Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and I am Stitchy Pfeiffer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Excuse me. Very warm welcome to you if this is your first time visiting my channel. I hope that you find something you like, and if you do, please click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all the notification drop down so you're advised whenever I upload new content and go live I should say. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending some more time with me today. Oh, this is the 6th attempt at filming this video today, would you believe? I'm just not able to get into it. I'm either messing it up completely, someone's coming to the door, or something happens and I just fluff it and I end up starting again. So this is take 7. 7's always been a lucky number for me, so hopefully this one will work. I'm going to start off with a wee bit of housekeeping. Basically, midweek I had a comment on one of my videos that wasn't very nice. The person that sent that video is now blocked from my channel and on all of my social medias, so I no longer have to deal with their negativity. Going forward, I decided that my channel is going to have a zero tolerance for that type of comment, for derogatory comments, for bullying, basically for pulling people down. Is not going to happen. If you're a troll and you are scrolling through YouTube and you see one of my videos and you think, haha, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be nasty things about our friend, don't even think about it, don't even worry about it, because you'll be blocked before as quick as your finger hits the enter, I will be blocking you. And going out to speaking to my subscribers, if you see any comments that I've missed that are like that, please do let me know so that I can block the person from my channel. Our Stitchy community is supposed to be a place where we can escape from everyday things. My channel will also have not so much zero tolerance, but it will be frowned on talking about religion, talking about politics, things that can cause arguments, like religion, politics, that type of thing. They have no place in a Stitchy channel. This channel is about about my stitching life, basically. What I'm working on, what I'm wanting to work on, what I'm going to be working on, and also sometimes with my cats. You occasionally see Charlie popping in, and Oscar. Well, Oscar is sound asleep up in his cat tree over there, sound asleep, oblivious to the world at the moment. Charlie keeps wandering backwards and forwards from the window to the chair across the room. And right on cue, here he comes. Come on then. Come on then, you're coming up. Come on. Tell them what you going to show what you think of Billy's. Come on then, up you come. Come on. No, you're not coming up. You're not coming up beside me? Come on, up. Up you come, come up. Come here. Oh. Right, I've got you. Don't struggle. Oh. Oh, watch your paw. Move your paw, watch your people. There we go. Now you go show you're showing people what you think of Billy's, are you? They can look at your bottom. Yeah, I think so too, eh? Yeah. We don't do billies in our house, do we? No. There's enough of that outside, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, you've got a long. How can I feel your hip bones? And yet your tummy is rock solid. Oh, has the food just not been converted into fat yet? Alright, okay. He's eating his body weight and food at the moment. He's just constantly eating. He's either got worms, which I hope he's not, or it's just a case of it getting colder and I'm eating more to stay warm. Yeah, we don't do billies, do we, Charlie? No. So, yeah, as I say, if you're a subscriber and you see any of those type of comments, let me know. You can DM me on Instagram, or you can message me if you know me on Facebook. I'm in the process of setting up a email address for the channel, so that those that aren't on Instagram or Facebook can sort of like send me pictures of their. Do you want to stop doing that? Thank you. Send me pictures of their progress and that if they want to, or what projects they're working on, or send me so the same way, interact in the same way as you guys would if you were on Instagram or whatever. I'm going to start with my stitching now. This is Saturday the 8th of November. Like I said, this is like take 7. This is it. This is do or be, because if this one doesn't work, I'm not doing another take. There just won't be an update this week. So this has got to work. I am going to show you my stitching now. I'm not even going to go into the weather here because it's starting to get, the sun's starting to go down. It's that watery sunset, when it's really peely-wally. That's a good Scottish word, isn't it? Peely-wally. Anyway, start with the stitching. I had a finish last week. Those of you that weren't sitting, but that don't live under, that are living under a rock, you might not have seen it. It lives in this lovely bag from one of my viewers, with gorgeous sort of shiny sort of, I don't know how you would describe that, sort of like marley, sort of with the shiny, yeah, I like that. I don't know, maybe she can tell me what the name of the fabric is because it's lovely, I love it. More of that, please. No, I don't. I'm only joking, sweetheart. You don't have to make me any more bags because the ones that you gave me are more than adequate. Thank you. And every time I use them, I will say thank you to her, and she will be sitting there probably excited because I'm doing so. This is my finish. Why did I want to go puppy power? Who remembers Scrappy-Doo? Puppy power. Anyway, enough subject. I'm getting a wee bit. I'm gonna show my age as well. Oh my goodness. This is Van Gogh's Roses, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs for the HAED SAL 2025. All pages are completed. I put the last stitch in this on Saturday evening, in a live stream. Thank you for those of you who watched and stayed to the end with me, and and I messed up my counting, didn't I? I couldn't count down from 10 to 0 like I wanted to because I had messed up when I was marking off stitches. Yeah. Maybe next time, guys. Next time I will double check that I only have 10 stitches left when I start going 10, 9. It's my first time finishing live on screen. Come on. So that is it there. And it's got to get washed, get the grid lines out. It is on 18 count and 18 count easy count Aida using CXC 1/1 full cross. And I have actually ordered next year's SAL. I am about on Monday. I will be ordering the fabric and the flosses for it. Don't ask me what one I'm doing because you'll get told. I'm not saying. That's a secret. Because I am doing a live stream for a start along for those of you who are doing the SAL, who want to start it on the 1st of January. Now I cheated last year. I technically didn't start this on the 1st of January, but they released the chart early so we could, because if I remember rightly, the 1st of January was a Monday last year. And I think they released it the Friday before Christmas, before New Year maybe. No, wait a minute. The 1st of January was during the week because they released it on the Friday and the Friday was the 27th. And I started at 2/1 on that fabric and I didn't like it, so I switched the fabric round so that it was at the bottom. So I started from so I started in diagonal opposite corner and started again 1/1 full cross, and I preferred that so much. this year, however, because I like doing the 1/1 full cross, I've decided to go for 25 count. Even if they release it early, I'm starting on the 1st of January because I'm going to schedule a live stream for it. I'm also going to be having a live stream on Hogmanay, which is New Year's Eve. For those of you that don't know, it's what we in Scotland call New Year's Eve. And I'll be starting at 12 noon. I'll be starting on Monarch of the Glen, Max Colour. I don't know if I've got it on my... Have I got that? No, I don't have it in my pattern keeper. Why would I? Because I'm not planning on starting it yet. Just give me a second while I get into my OneDrive. Stitch patterns. Scroll down to Heaven and Earth Designs. It wouldn't be a video with me if I didn't have to go scrolling through it, where am I? It's Max Colour version. It's Monica Glen. The artwork is by Sir Edwin Landseer. I keep calling him Edward. Oh, come on. Are you going to... Right, I'm going to have to scroll. But that is the gist of it. It goes down a wee bit further below the bottom of the screen, but that is the piece there. It's the Max Colours version by Sir Edwin Landseer. This is one of those projects where I've always liked artwork, and it's been there. And like, every time I've looked at it on the HAED's website, I thought, I like it, but and then I seen someone stitching it, I was like, whoa, I love it. So that is now why I'm starting that on Hogmanay, and the plan is start at 12 noon, work on it at least 15 minutes for every hour between 12 noon and 12 midnight to see the new year, and then at 12 noon on New Year's Day start on the HAED SAL. So that is that, and I just went, yeah. So those are the two new starts I've got planned for New Year and Hogmanay. Sorry, I'm a wee bit out of sorts. I'm just trying to think what I'm doing here. And I just realised I went into plans right at the beginning of the stitching and my stitching, but we're going to get on to stitching now. After I completed the HAED SAL, on the Sunday I picked up this piece. I'm trying to get it to over 3,000 stitches. Oh. There we go. That's it there. This is Venus. This is a retired freebie from Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't have an artist, so I think it might be AI by Michelle. And it was the Valentine's Day, the St. Valentine's freebie from 2024. And it's no longer available. I do apologise if I've enabled you, but there are a lot of other charts that are similar, sort of like the dragon, and sort of like the same sort of dragon, if you know what I mean, on the website. So I'm sure you would find something that you like. This was in the group. It wasn't on the website. And when I say the group, I mean the official HAED web. Facebook group. I stitched on that for one day, and it was a total of 675 stitches. There's my progress on that. Where did you put 675 stitches, Kay? Well, I started off with this bit here. I was doing a wee bit more in here, and I thought, I'm not enjoying doing that this way. Wonder how easy it would be to convert to a diagonal. So I put the diagonal lines on in Pattern Keeper, my 20 stitch wide diagonals, and I thought, doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult to do that at all. So I straightened up this edge because it was curved away in, so I straightened that edge up there, and I started up here. So I did a wee bit down here to finish the diagonal off, so that's why it's got a wee point at the bottom there, and I'm coming down here. So I'm going to, when I come back to it, I'm going to be working diagonal down there. Let's bring that in a wee bit and see if we can get the colours. Oh, it's not very good lighting today. I say it's a bit peely-wally outside, so I think that's the best I'm going to do colour-wise. This is getting stitched on 25 count Lagana, 1/1 full cross with CXC. And it's maybe a wee bit darker than what it is on the mock-up, but the colours are beautiful. The colours are actually, they are really nice in real life. I need to get another light bulb other than the one that I've got at the moment, because the light I've got is cast a yellow glow over everything, so I'm not wanting to put the light on at the moment. Is that the right one? That's right. Sorry for the zip, guys. Excuse me while I take a drink. Right. Me. Fizzy juice. The next one I worked on Monday was Rosy Santa. Get the mock up. Oh, sorry, Venus stats. For Venus, I have stitched 2,169 stitches out of 154,000. Now, I like to get to 3,000 before it goes into rotation, so what I'm going to keep that one out until it hits 3,000 stitches, and then it's going to go into the last slot in the rotation, hopefully before I start my new start on the 30th of the month. I might actually stitch on that today. Between the time I finish this video, I'll only get about an hour or so, but it's something, isn't it? And then I'll find taboo and work on taboo tonight. So that is 1.41% complete. I worked then on Rosy Santa by the Cross Stitch Studio. This is the mock-up. Oh, try and get it without the glow, the light from the window, reflection from the window. Try that side. Is that any better? There we go. I'm working in the top left hand corner, just before. I'm working sort of like this corner here. I'm not doing very well with this. I had it for Venus, but I think it was because it was a darker. Let's see if I can brighten that. Not any better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm working up in the top left hand corner here, just coming up. I think I'm just touching the frame there. And I'm kind of in two minds about this one. I like the pattern, I like the project. I'm not enjoying stitching light colours on white fabric. I don't know if you can even see them. Can you see them? Can you see the stitching on there? I started off in the diagonals, and then I went to step diagonals, and then I had actually come across the top to there, which is roughly, that is roughly the space at the width that I can actually stitch in my frame without getting caught up on the magnetic cable ties that holds my fabric. And it's about 150 or 160 stitches high as well, so I've got quite a size before I need to move my nudge over. But what I started doing was I started coming across here. I had actually done the top line, and I had went back to go to do the diagonal blocks again, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I thought, right, I'm going to work across. And what I'm doing is I'm working across in the blocks, and I'm parking the block below. But what I'm trying to do is feather the edges of the block, so if there's like one or two stitches like say in stitch 10 there's maybe 1 or 2 stitches going in, it's maybe like the first of maybe 3 stitches is going across, or if there's like 5 stitches I'll maybe go 1, 2, like number 10 in the block, and then number 1 or number 2, so it's kind of feathering that edge as well. I'm trying to make it so that when I do the next block, I'm not going to be having like gaps, like I'm going to be able to start so right up against the edge. I'm not going to have like stitches sitting, because I think that when I've got to put stitches in to fill gaps like that, I think my stitches look messy. I think my stitches look messy anyway until I'm actually finished the block, and then once I've stitched the block around, you know, the blocks around it, it seems to, it doesn't, I wouldn't say that it's any less messy, but it's not as noticeable. I mean, we're our own worst critic, aren't we, at the end of the day? But that is where I am on that. To date on Rosy Santa, I have stitched 4,774 stitches out of 315,875, and it's 1.51% complete. And this is being stitched on 25 count easy count Dona, and it is being stitched 1/1 full cross using CXC threads. Okay. For those of you that are new to my channel, I tend to use CXC because I think they're better quality than DMC. I don't like DMC threads at all. That's one. The next project I worked on was Pa and Nana. And it's mock-up. There we go, try that. And again, I'm up in the top left hand corner. This is artwork by Elizabeth Werker, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a regular colour, regular size. It was a case of, as soon as I seen this, I thought, I'm having that. It was a new release, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm having that. So I'm up, as I say, in the left hand corner, and I've just completed that rose hip and that leaf there, because that was in the last diagonal. So I'm back, I'm in the next one. Instead of just sitting talking about it, get it out and show you, huh? Sorry for the zip. Again, it's pale colours on white, so you might not see very well, but I'm doing the stepped blocks again. I was doing diagonal, straight diagonal, but I thought the blocks would be better, would be easier. Because I like doing the parking in the block below. I just feel it's better use of my thread instead of diagonal. You know, having a couple of stitches up here and then maybe take it down 2 or 3 blocks. And whereas if it's like maybe stitched in, say this block here, and then the colour is getting used in the block down below, I can just park it in the next block, so it's maybe better use of my thread. Not that I'm short of thread. I mean, I've got what, 10 5.8 litre storage tubs full of threads, so it's not like I'm short of thread. But yeah, it's just, I feel it's better use of it. So that is that. As you can see, I've done the rose hip and the leaf, and I'm working on the next row of 10 stitches. I'm kind of toying with the idea of, instead of doing 10 by 10 blocks in the diagonal, doing 2 by 2, like doing 20 by 20, so it'd be like a 400 stitch block, just so I can get a bit more progress across, because I liked my 20 stitch wide diagonals because it was giving me the progress, but it was like I say, I felt like I was using up more floss because I could be working down the diagonal with the floss, but then I'd have to come back up again. So yeah, so I think that's what I might do. I might switch on the next, when I finish this diagonal, the next diagonal I might do like make it turn this into like 4 blocks, like 2 by 2. Yeah, just see how I get on with that, because the beauty of these is that you never really tell. I say you never really tell. You can't tell from the front, looking at it when it's completed, that you've changed methods. But I need to find something that's going to work on this. That's going to let me stitches flow, and let me get progress while I'm still and still let me enjoy it. I'm not enjoying the light colour on the white fabric. I don't know. It's not happening. It's difficult to see it, and I don't know if it was coming from the 18 count back onto 25 count, because now that I'm stitching the project that I'm going to show you next, I've actually been enjoying stitching on it, and I don't know if it's because it's darker colours, but it's on 25 count as well, so I don't know. Stats on Pattern Nana. I have completed to date 5,725 stitches out of 422,500 stitches, and it's 1.36%. So that's that one. The last one I'm going to show you, I worked on it for 3 days. It was 3 days, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 days. And I got a total of 1,332 stitches. And I'll show you the mock-up first. Is this one. This is the Cross Stitch Studio by, this is McGonagall's Library by the Cross Stitch Studio, and it's being stitched on 25 count easy count, 1/1 full cross with CXC, and I'm up in the top left hand corner up here, and I've just got the top of the window coming in, so I've done this much. Now my finger is about covered by my finger is the amount that I've done. Which is crazy, because I've still got all of that to do, and I'm looking at another big project, so for the new year. I must be mad. But yeah. Let's get into that there, and we'll get this that way now. And there it is. To think that is the amount that was covered by my finger on the mock-up, and that is how much I've done. That's just crazy, isn't it? That I have there is that's 4,208 stitches out of 640,000 stitches, and it is 0.66% done. Do you think I'm going to get to 1% before the end of the year? I hope so. I'd like to have all of them except for necessarily, apart from the Hogmanay New Start, I'd like to have all my projects past 1% before the end of the year. I'm going to have to sit and go through them all and see which ones are less than 1%, because I might make them a focus for like December to get to work on. To get up to past the 1%, but this one is 0.66%, so it's on the right path to get to the 1%. But yeah, and what I've done there, as you can see, I've been working in diagonal blocks, and even I had said the last time I worked on this, it's okay, you know, it's diagonals, it's going the opposite direction from a diagonal, it's okay, because I'm doing it in blocks. Nah, I'm not enjoying it. It's, you know, it's looking for the next. I was like, nah. Ending threads because they're not showing up there, but they're, you know, because the way I work is if I'm parking, is if there's no stitch in the of that colour in the block below, I look to the block to the right. If there's nothing there, or it's not been parked, it gets parked in there. If it's been parked in there already, I'll have a look at the length of the thread and think, well, you know, there's maybe not enough there to do the amount of stitches in that block, so I can park it further down the block, so that's fine. Or I'll park it diagonally down out to the left or the right if it's where it is. But feeling that if it's more than 2 blocks away, it's getting ended and restarted. But I've got one here that I've actually come down 3 blocks. No, it's 2 blocks. It's yeah, because it's there. It's halfway through that. It's halfway through this block, and it's halfway through this block here. So it's 2 blocks. 20 stitches, you know, 25 count, so 1 inch is 25 stitches, so if it's any more than 20 an inch away, then, you know, but I've come down, I've found the top of the window. This has got all your light colours for your window, your 946, no, 746, 9, no, 739, 946, I think. Ecru, Blanc, 3765 are all in this bit here, and then but look at the detail, and that is just, I mean, that is just the sealant, that's just the top left hand corner, but look at the detail in that in the beams. You see the detail in the beams and in the frame of the window and the casing of the window. It's, you know, this is going to look amazing when it's completed. So that is that. I think I may just keep Venus out today. I'll put that one away and I'll keep Venus out and I'll work on Venus pretty well. Try and get it towards 3,000 stitches. That needs to get, in fact no, that needs to get kept out because I'm wanting to work towards a 1%. I'm going to have a look through my projects and see which ones are below 1%. And get them and keep them out and work on them sort of like on a wee mini rotation, to get them to 1,000 to 1%, sorry, and the ones any that are under 3,000 will get kept out and to, you know, get to 3,000. So I'm going to have 2 lots of goals. Get all my projects to 1%, and to have at least 3,000 stitches on them, so that, pardon me, so they can go into rotation. I do apologise. I think last night's dinner's coming back. Oh. But anyway, so that is that. What I'm going to show you is I have a new start planned. Surprise, surprise. This is for Hogmanay, not Hogmanay. There is a new plan, a new start plan for Hogmanay, but this is for St Andrew's Day, which is the 30th of November. That's why I've not got one at the start of the month. Well, I technically do because I started Venus tail end of last month. But this is Celtic Unicorn. It's by Malcolm Watson. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the regular size, regular colours, I think. And it is 90 colours, I think. Yeah, regular colours, regular size. It is 350 by 350 stitches, 90 colours, yeah. And it's going to be stitched on 25 count, 1/1 with CXC. I've got the flosses up there ready to go in the storage bin, and the fabric ready to go into a where is it? There it is, and you had it there somewhere. I do apologise. I think the cats have been lying on this. It's going to go in this one, from the lady who sent me my 3 project bags. It's the plaid, and it's got the patchwork blues and yellows on the inside, which I really like that fabric, by the way. So that is going to be in that. So bairns. So that is going to go in there. That's the 30th of November. That's going to be starting. I don't even know what day of the week the 30th of November is. Let's have a wee look and see if it. Go into the monthly view. November. The 30th is a Sunday. Oh. I won't be doing a live new start then. I'll just be doing a new start on the 30th. Because it's a Sunday. I don't do a live stream on a Sunday because that's Nicola's Day. I don't do it on a Wednesday because that's Nicola's Day. But I will do a live stream any other day of the week, and I'm still trying to figure out which days suit there. I did one last night. I was actually quite surprised because quite a few people came in last night. I had a lady from Pakistan. Hello, Hajra. I think that's right. Hajra. I do apologise if I'm butchering your name. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you find something you like there. Thank you for your company last night, even though it was brief. You know, it was nice to meet you. And she's a stitcher, not a stitcher, sorry, she's a crocheter and a knitter. And it's good to know that someone who does other crafts feels quite at home joining in a live stream of a stitcher, cross-stitching live stream. So thank you for your company last night. It was lovely, as was all those who joined me in the live stream. Don't know if I'll be doing one this evening, because this is now, as I say, take 8 of this video. So I might not have the bandwidth to do a live stream this evening. I don't think I'll be doing. I definitely will not be filming a stitch with me today. It'll probably be tomorrow, and I've got a funny feeling it's going to be an ASMR one. If that tickly cough is anything to go by. So November 30th, as I say, I'm starting Celtic Unicorn. I have no new starts planned for the beginning of December, but on Hogmanay I have got a new start planned. I'm going to be starting the max colour version of Monarch of the Glen, which is artwork by Sir Edwin Landseer, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is one of those charts that has been on my wish list, and I've kept going looking at it and thinking, I like you, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I saw someone stitching it, and I think she was just doing the regular colours, and it was, even that was beautiful, and I was like, definitely going to start it. And then I was had it in my wish list, and I had mentioned on a live stream or back I think it was beginning of end of September, beginning of October, and one of my lovely viewers, because I had said that it was on my wish list, and I was going to have to wait until the Monday till I got paid before I could get it because I didn't have enough in the bank. And the following day, one of my viewers messaged me on Instagram and asked me if I had bought it yet, and I was like, well, no, because I'm going to wait till tomorrow till I get money in the bank. And they were like, that's okay, because I'll give you it as I'm going to order it for you. So give me it as a on the back of kind list. So she knows who she is. Thank you so much. It is appreciated, because it is one of those charts that, you know, I'm never going to own the actual artwork, just like I'm never going to own the actual artwork of the roses, but I can make my own. This craft that we've got, this art, it is art because we are producing art. We are working on blank fabric. Even, you know, I'm not going to take anything away from those that do it on stamp, because even that itself you know, you follow in the pattern, and it's just the step of taking it from the pattern, and from, you know, the actual step of looking at the pattern and transferring it onto the fabric is done for you. So it's easier, shall we say, because you're not having to count how many, you know. I'm going to dig myself in a hole here and regret it, but I'm not taking anything away from stamp cross stitch. It's got its place. And I have to admit, I do like doing stamped cross stitch when I am wanting to stitch, but I'm just, my head's like, oh, and I can't concentrate to count. I do tend to pick up a stamped cross stitch, and I've got several that are on the go, but they are cheap Chinese knockoffs of kits, so I'm not going to show them on my channel. But in saying that, I have got a couple that I've looked at on WattleBiz and on Stamped Cross Stitch Club, or Stamped Stitch Club. I always get the name of the company wrong. But those two, they license their own artwork and produce the stamped kits, and I've looked at a couple on both of them, and I'm quite intrigued. I think also the Stamped Cross Stitch Club, the Stamped Stitch Club one, they've done, I think she's done a couple of like Margaret Morales ones, similar to the ones that are on HAED. If they're not the same charts, they're certainly similar, or the same design, they're certainly similar to the ones that are on HAED. So you could easily, you know, if that's your type, if that's your jam, if you like the Margaret Morales ladies, and you want to have a stamped kit, for those times when you just can't be bothered counting, you know, when you've had one of those days when like everything has just come at you and you just want to sit and chill and you don't want to have to think about even counting how to count to 10, you can get the stamped kits from them, and you sort of, you know, still tie in with what you're working on. So I like that, the fact that she's done a couple of them. I'm not really a big fantasy stitcher, says she who started the dragon, but a couple of them from Dragon Muse I've loved is the lady with the dragon, and I keep going back to look at them. So I might be getting a couple of, well, maybe getting one of those charts at some point, because I think they remind me of me and Charlie. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is get one of those, whether I start this year or next year or the year after, I don't know. But the designs are beautiful. Yes, it's AI. Don't come at me for that. You know, I don't mind AI if it's done properly. If it's done correctly, I don't have an issue with it. The issue I have is these ones that come up in your reels on your stories on Facebook, and it's taken something like one of the royals, and they're using the AI to make out that they're something that's never happened, that didn't happen. You know it didn't happen, but they're trying to make out that it did happen. And it's like, no, that's the type of AI I have an issue with, because that is just malicious. Whereas for something like this, it's art. Yes, alright, it can take away from traditional artists, but I don't mind. I don't have an issue with it. If it's, I'm a great believer in stitching. If I like something, I'll stitch it. I dare say that when photography came along, those artists that like portrait artists, traditional portrait artists, I'm sure when the camera came along, they were finding that they were the same. They were like, taking work away from us, you know, we're going to be losing money, blah blah blah. So it's just the next step, isn't it? And it does mean that it's easier for people that don't have artistic skill, like myself. I can't drop a toffee. I can't. But I'm sure I could put keywords into an AI program and come up with something. But that's me just like I said, I've no issue with it if it's done properly, and it's not harming anyone. You know, it'll it's a fad. It'll go out of fashion at some point, and we'll be back to what we were, I suppose. Or until the next big thing comes along. But anyway, I'm coming away from subject. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that's Hogmanay. New Year, New Start is going to be my Heaven and Earth Designs SAL. I'm not going to announce that until the actual time that I start it. It's going to be a surprise to everyone. The only people that know is myself, Abby at Crossing Crafts, because she's supplying the fabric and the floss, just doing my fabric and floss for me, and the admins at the HAED SAL because they have to send me the chart. I dare say that people have seen it on the list, but please, if you have, please do not mention anywhere what chart it is, because as I say, it's a surprise and I don't want you spoiling it for anyone else. And I'm sorry if you comment on anything of mine, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, with it, you will be blocked because it's not happening. You're not doing that, you're not spoiling it for everyone else. You know, so don't even try it. You can speculate, but if you turn around and say, oh, I know what Kay's doing this one, or Kay's doing that one, and it's the actual chart, you know, if you actually, or, you know what I mean, if you do that to spoil it for everyone else, that's as big a thing as me as bullying. So you would be out. I'm sorry. Don't spoil it for everyone else just because you're a killjoy. Anything else? Oh, monochrome madness. I posted in Nicola's group yesterday. I really need to start my own group, I think. I posted this picture in our group yesterday and asked, am I mad because I want to start it? And I'm like, am I mad? Because I want to start this. And that's it there. It's called Library. It's by a company called Monochrome Stitch Art on Etsy. And I can thank Stitch Mania Stash, Michelle and Patsy for getting me onto them. There's lots and lots of charts. They've got loads of charts, all monochrome. And I saw this one, I was like, oh, I really want to stitch that. 1st of March 2026, myself and one of my subscribers, because we've been sitting talking on Messenger, are both going to start this on the 1st of March. You are welcome to join us. I'm going to call it Monochrome Madness, or I'm calling it Monochrome Madness. I don't know what she's calling it, but I'm calling it Monochrome Madness instead of March Madness. And plan is 100 stitches a day minimum. Hopefully if I do that, I'll have it 3,000 stitches so it can go into a rotation. And because it's monochrome, it will not take me as long to stitch 95,000 stitches. Yep, 95,000 stitches. It will not take me as long to do that because it's monochrome. So I'm not going to have all the colour changes. And I'm going to do it in 310. Well, I'm saying 310. The more I look at it, the more it calls out to be something like 3771. To bring out the wood. I don't know. But Abby, beware. I will be ordering this January or February. I'll be ordering the fabric and the floss. And you will definitely have another order from someone. Because they're doing it as well starting that date. And she uses you for fabric and floss as well. I know that because she told me. And maybe others coming because I'm opening up the SAL to everyone who wants to do a monochrome chart. You don't have to start it on the 1st of March. It could be one that you've got in your rotation. 100 stitches per day for the month of March. That's 3,100 stitches over the month. Get some progress in your monochrome creases. doesn't have to be this company. It could be a Long Dog Sampler. It could be Stitch and Joe's Designs. It could be any of the monochrome, any monochrome pattern you want. The only rule is it has to be stitched with one colour. That's the only rule. You don't have to start it on the 1st of March. You can start it whenever, but 100 stitches minimum per day for the month of March. See if we can get some progress. And what I might do, if I can get the group up and running, well, hopefully get the group up and running before Christmas, is we can start and get some pictures on there of your progress as well, and see what you think. Share it with yourselves. I'm not necessarily going to show you them on YouTube, but certainly have a look at them. Certainly share your progress on there with the ones to get the group up and running. Trying to think of a good name for it at the moment. The best one I've come up with so far is Stitchify for Stitchy Friends. But I don't know. What do you think? If you've got a good name for a group that incorporates my channel name, let me know. But I think Stitchify for Stitchy Friends is quite a good one to start with. Sort of like, play on words kind of. So that is March the 1st. I'll be starting that. As I say, Abby, here's your 3-month warning, 4-month warning. I'll be ordering the fabric and the floss January or February. I think Maddie, one of my subscribers and one of my friends, messaged you and asked for how many skeins of floss you reckoned it would take, and it's just short of 95,000 stitches on this. And I think she said you came back with between 25 and 27. So not as much as I thought. I said I looked at it and I divided it by 2,000. The stitch count by 2,000. Think 2,000 stitches. Now I'm thinking, well, if it's 125 count, it's going to be more than that. So 2,000 I think would be on one of the higher counts, maybe 14 count or something. But I come up with something like 46. So I overestimated, but you know me, I overestimate floss anyway. And I always buy far too much floss for what I'm needing. Example of that being the floss that I bought for Peacock and Roses. I'm just over halfway through it and I've only used 2 skeins. And I think I ordered 6. So I've got enough to do another one. But that's a variegated 121. I've got it there. What's that? No, this is another one that I did that with. This is 4514 GMC colorist 4514. And I ordered, that's the sort of the teal and the burgundy and the grey. I ordered this for, it was going to be a long dog, and then I decided I didn't want to do the long dog and that. I wanted to do the long dog just a monochrome colour. Oh, by the way, these do count as monochrome if you're doing for the monochrome madness. But it's one colour, it's only one strand of thread, or one kind of, one colour of thread. It's not multiple colours, is it? Although it's very good. So yeah, I ended up doing, what I did was with that, I used it for a black work project, which I've been stuck on this board that I keep meaning to pull it out and do it because I'm doing it in hand. The frame around the outside, I'm doing it in hand because I'll be forever moving. It's just the outer frame. I've got two rows of stitching to do on it and then the outside, and I keep dragging my feet over it, so I might just pull that out and do that because that's going to be closer to finish than anything. So I might just pull that out and do that tonight. If I don't finish it tonight, I'll finish it tomorrow night, and that'll be another finish. And then I can start on Taboo on Monday night. Yeah, that sounds more like a plan. I might have a hunt for it and stitching that tonight. So I'm going to go. We're at 54 minutes. This is what happens when you stitch on more than one project. My update video goes on forever. I'm going to go. Thank you for your time today, guys. And again, if you like what you see in the update video and you want to keep up with the progress of my project, please click on the like and subscribe button and select all in the notification drop down whenever, so that you're advised whenever I upload new content. See, I'm getting tired, my words are coming out jumbled. I upload generally an update video on a Saturday, and I try to do 2 stitch with me's sort of during the week, although this week I think I've done 4, but the 2 weeks before that I'd only done 1 because I was only working on one project, and I'm going to try and do a stitch with me with every project that I work on during the week at some point. So you might have 3 or 4 going forward, 3 or 4 stitch with me's next from the new year per week with each project. That way, if you're not wanting to follow, like, come through my updates, but you still want to keep up with my stitching, you've got the option of looking at them on the Stitch with Me's as well. Anything else I've got to tell you? Don't think so. Right, that is, I say, it's me. Remember, it doesn't matter how many stitches you do in your stitchy session. 1 stitch is still 1 stitch less that you've still got to do, isn't it? So it's always going to be progress, no matter how many or how few you do. Also, be kind. Treat others as you wish to be treated yourself. Don't give in to the bullies either. You know, take the you can rise above it. If you're out and about, guys, smile, kind word, hello, passing. You'll be amazed at how many people, when you walk past, you go hello, their whole demeanour changes. It's like, yeah, I'm not invisible. To do that, I challenge you, when you're out and about, when you pass people and you're out and about, say hello. You don't engage in conversation, just say hello in passing, and that's my challenge for you for this week. See the difference you can make with a smile and a hello. Even holding the door open for someone is to let it swing back and hit them. You know, it's nothing worse than you go through a door and the person in front just lets the door swing shut and you're like, hello, am I here? Am I invisible? But no, say hello as you're passing and smile. That's my challenge to you guys this week if you're out and about. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.